G'day everybody, it's raining in Los Abdalone and we don't have a series of photos. That was kind of funny. While we're waiting for people to turn up, I usually just jump in my photo file. I've got a file, it's not a file, I just keep dumping photos on it. It's probably got a few thousand photos. And I try and think of an interesting subject to have a photo gallery, the other pictures that I put up. And I had no real idea today, so I just went at random and I zipped down the line and I said, "Oh, that's a good subject," and I picked 10 photos, right? Just going down at random, all different subjects, and that's it. When you've selected them all, I've got my button on the control point to select the whole 10, and then you press go, and they all come up in a file. And for some reason, one of them must have been a video, so I lost a lot. I thought, "Oh shit, got to go back and pick another 10." And you can't go back to the same ones because there's thousands of photos there. And I had some favorite. Anyway, I go through and I did it again, realizing I was running late. And I got it all up, and I was sure there was no videos there, and they were all different photos. And then I hit it again, and it said, "Yeah, you got a video. You can't put videos and thingos." So I lost it again, and in the end, I gave up. So I thought I'd just come here. So the only picture I had to put up was this one, which was a holdover from yesterday. So just remember, if you've got big questions, go down and put all your questions in the comments of the post I did yesterday, and I'll get back to answer those ones. In the meantime, yeah, it's pissing down with rain, or it's just stopped now, and that's melting the snow. So the snow hurled over all day yesterday. It was crazy. We had people skiing in the streets. It was nuts, but very beautiful, unbelievable. So it was a bit of fun. Anyway, we're back here now. And just a reminder, one of the things, if you building in UK and you want to catch up with Jane and I and have a chat, we're going to that Jester Symposium. So there's a post on it down below. So it's on the Transat site. If you haven't seen it, it's on the Transat site. It's got all the details. There's only 4 seats left now, something, or 2 seats left. But we'll be there in the UK. And it's always good to meet builders or people in 580 people and stuff. So we'll see if there's an overflow. We might try and organise something in Gosport later, because we're going over there to check out Explorer, which is in Gosport. And I'm still wearing these emergency glasses. Anyway, there's a few people there now. Sorry, we're a bit late this morning. And the headline was, "They want more." Ayrton sends a message last night or this morning or whatever it is. It says, "The day's going too quick. We want to drag it out a bit, it's all happening too quick there. This is a fast passage, this one. They're going to get there pretty quick, and everyone's enjoying the ride, contemplating the meaning of life. They've got plenty of time on their hands, trade wind sailing, all those sorts of things. And it's only just St. Helena now. And I hope you saw the post from Brian there. That was a bit of fun, the big stairs. St. Helena Recife, and then it's all over. Touch wood, still a long way to go, and anything can happen. So anyway, let's go to the tracker. You're on the tracker, and I'm on the tracker now. And they're zipping along. Here we go. 317 days they've been out now since the start. So that's kind of cool. We'll get on our windy. That's not predict wind. Not that I've got anything against predict wind. And if they want to talk to me about that, we can talk. Oh, there's a new tracker format coming up as well, which I'll show you later and talk about it, but from YB. So we'll hold this format. This is the older version until the end of the MGR, and then we'll look at the new one. But the new one is similar to what we did in the GGR last time with Bayonet. And it has the ability to click on photos and videos and all that sort of stuff. But for us, as Jane said, we want to keep it simple. We're not going to complicate the tracker. So I doubt whether we'll be using a lot of those features, and we'll just hold with the usual tracker here so people can get a feel for what's going on. So there's the fleet all hanging along. Oh, jeepers. Look at that. Kerry made a radical move there. He made a radical move. Heading out to the other side of the course to get the breeze. So the only challenge with that is that little bit there is slow. You can see when he's heading due west to get over there, he's going slow, but it may pay dividends because his boat speed is not heading towards the course. If you look at Ayrton over here, he's gone on an angle, which is going to be a little bit better. They're all Christians coming across as well. Renault's doing it. Look at this, doing the slow curve, but maybe that might not be fast enough. So time will tell. For now, let's talk about just their boat speeds. Josh back here having a good time. I haven't read Graham's report yet, but I saw Kaylee mentioning there was a few things about Josh's philosophy, because remembering that all the entrants are phoning Graham on the reports. We haven't had a time to put those calls up yet, but that'll happen later, some of them. But anyway, and I'll try and read Graham's report today. 4.5 knots for Josh, 106-mile day. Kerry only did 116 because he was sailing sideways for a while, but he's right over the west, which is good. Doing 4.6 knots, so he might speed up today. Ayrton's right on the run line, 4.1, 108. And Eric, 115, 4.6. They're all doing about the same, except for Jasmine. That's probably because she's straight line. The others have all dipped and lost a bit of forward momentum, but she's done 125 nautical miles and doing 4.7. Christian's coming across, 4.7, 115. And Adam, 116, 4.4. So they're slowing down a bit. Peeler, 4.2, 113 nautical miles. And Jacob, 4.7, 124. So that's looking okay. Dan, Philosophical Dan, 132. Oh, that might be hard to beat. It is. Dan, you nailed it. So whether it looks like Renault is already in a little bit of soft stuff there. If we blow it up, you can see the blue. So Renault's only done 126, 4.8. So Dan nailed it there. 132. So it took out 8. Is that right? 4, 5, 6 miles. Yeah, 6 miles from Renault. And the relative distances, they're not that far apart. So they're real scrambling, but there is now, this is the lead pack, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, more than half the fleet in the lead pack, which is kind of fun. And the distances, we haven't changed a lot since yesterday, but it's always good to remember. Dan's only, well, that's not quite right either. Dan's probably about there, only 27 miles behind. Still in touch for trying to get past him by Recife, but I often wonder that Renault's only going as fast as he needs to go. If he wanted to really give it heaps, he probably could put more pressure on and stay in the front. So just cruising along. But anyway, and Adam is only 69, 70 miles behind Renault. So that's not bad. All kind of good. And they are currently in, I'm going to check the clouds. Currently right on the edge. In fact, that's interesting. You can see where the breeze is. The breeze is over to the west, and so is the clouds. So that's kind of interesting. Currents will be nothing, but we'll have a look. Yeah, it's nothing. And waves, it'll be blue. So it's all pleasant sailing. We know all that. Let's look at the weather for the next couple of days. I'll take it down one more. Yep, for sure the breeze is in the west, but is it changing? So every 3 hours, this is what we got. Oh, very defined there. It's absolutely softening off. That's in the next few hours, in the next 12 hours. But it's so far away. This is interesting. Like I've got to get, how far is that? The wind, the pressure of the breeze there is 70 miles to the west of the run line. That's not efficient. So you're just going to have to suck it and see. But anyway, got to look at all this in great detail. We're only doing it in basic detail. I'm sure Renault is making choices, but anyway. And then the breeze, Kerry's gone out to the west, but it's pretty much going all across there for him now. So there we are on the 8th, rolling over to the 9th. Yeah, it's sort of, it's like if we come back to now, in the next 2 days, it's a band of breeze, and they'll probably hold a bit of that. There's a bit more breeze popped up on the right of the course now over to the east. So there's not a huge advantage, but I suppose the smart place to be is on the run line and not too far away from it. So, and then it's filling in. That's the 10th. 11th is across the board now. yeah, they'll still make nice times. We're going to be in very soon. They're not far away. Renault is now only 340 miles, so it's only 3 days away. So it's the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, so late on the 10th, maybe, something like that. And then the others are the majority of the fleet's within a day, so they'll be like the 11th, and then the other guys down the rest of the fleet are within a day or two. So not too bad. Okay, that's about all I can tell you from there. We can sneak at the leaderboard because it's all relevant, I suppose. Gives you the distances. So Renault distance sailed so far 1,352. Dan has sailed 1,324, so there's only 28 miles difference or something, near enough, rounding figures. 3,000, so Jacob's only 50. Oh, that's in distance sailed, not distance to go. So distance to go, distance to finish for Renault is 29. Dan's 56, so that's 27 miles distance to go. Jacob is on 81, so it's say 30, 5, 6, and 8. So 50 miles, a little bit less than 52 miles or something. Quick calculations behind. And Adam's got 2,198. But anyway, let's look at their ETAs. ETA, correct time finished, elapsed finish time is 20. Oh, that's right to the finish at the end of the leg, not into receipt. But anyway, on those average speeds all the way, you just had 7 days to the stopover, so 25, so 32, so it's on the first or second or something like that, so it's still all about the same. Anyway, you can scroll down and you can see Eric's there. Who's not there? Jasmine's on the wrong timeline. She's not posting. She's on an 8 o'clock timeline. She's on 4 o'clock, so Jasmine is further ahead than that. That's interesting. I missed that. I just assumed everyone's there, but Jasmine's tracker is position report is 4 o'clock in the morning, and the others are all on 8 o'clock. So Jasmine will be actually another 4 hours ahead on that. Anyway, it should come right. I'm not stressed about it at the moment. So we can. That's it. So we'll be back here. Okay. Water capture and rain was too difficult underway. Not sure what that one is. Get that back over here. Interesting. Why does... Okay. All right. Larry. G'day, Larry. G'day, Val. And Jonathan, how have MGR races been with fresh water in the longer legs? 80 litres, 22 gallons is not a lot of water. No, they have to have... MGR Sarah mentioned water capture and rain was too difficult underway. Yeah, well, obviously, first of all, capturing rain is difficult if the boat's jumping all over the place and so on. Sometimes it's not difficult, and you can get a dump and take 20, 30, 40, 50 litres of water. We did that on Bounty Boat. Once we took truckloads of water, just one big dump, and if you got a little tarpaulin out or whatever it is, you get it going. But they have to leave every leg a minimum of 110 litres of water, and on some legs, Christian carries the most water. He carries 280 litres, so the boat can carry the weight. It's not fast, but it can carry it, and it can store it. So people have different levels depending on the legs. The big ones to the Galapagos and stuff was, they were doing like 180 litres or something on those longer legs. So they're carrying enough water to survive without catching rain. But when they get rain, they can use that for drinking, washing, whatever. And as they're closing the finish, if they've got 50 or 60 litres in there, most of them will use it for a fresh shower or something and make sure they've got more than enough as they're closing the end. So all pretty simple. Hey Trish, good to see you. Oh, that reminds me, I want to get back to Christine. She asked me about the contact. So, okay, that's it. Keep it simple. So thanks for that, and we'll see you tomorrow. And promise to have a proper photo file tomorrow. I was pissed about that. There you go. What else was I going to tell you? That's all, I think. That'll do. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Oh, another question. Hey, Don, where can we get the Argo T-shirt and support Christian from Argo? I've got it back here. Just contact him through social media, I'm sure. Well, I don't know whether he's got stock to sell because he makes them all on on each of the stopovers. But there's other ways you can support Christian. So just contact him through social media, and he'll get it. He puts lots of posts up and stuff, so he's there. Okay, all right. Thanks everybody. We'll see you. That's what I was going to talk about, was the GGR in the context of there'll be something happening with 580 here in the Sable alone for GGR in September, end of August, September. I'm hoping to have a couple of boats, probably in trailers on shore and all that sort of stuff, and just be talking about, because there'll be heroes. Hopefully we'll get, in fact, Ayrton, if your boat's not sold, Ayrton's boat's for sale now. It's officially on the for sale list. Oh, you're looking at the wrong thing. Didn't I come back off the tracker? Oh, cheapest. Sorry about that. If you're looking at the boats for sale, Ayrton's there. Some of those boats that are listed are already sold. We're not taking them off until they go public with it, because we don't want people to know. A lot of them are selling now. We don't want to preempt, I suppose, who's selling what, although we could take them down. I'll think about that in the next couple of days. But Ayrton's boats for sale, but hopefully we'll have one or two of the MGR boats on trailers or something here in Les Sables d'Olonne at the time. We're doing a short-handed sailing symposium here ourselves, which will be a one-day thing, which will be in the last week. We're hoping to attract various speakers for that, all those sorts of things. So it will be a bit of a 580 reunion as well, so we'll do some stuff to those that are interested in what's going on. We've got more French builders now. I think we've got about 5 or 6 French builders, maybe even more. So I'll talk to them about that as well. The best story, I haven't followed it through yet, but there's 3 of them. 3 guys, 3 sets of plans, 3 kits, same building. They're all going to go for it and build their boats. We've had others building 2 lots side by side, but never 3, I don't think. So that'll be fun. And also talking about the national associations. We've got to put some links for the German association on the website. The Spanish were all fired up about it. They started to do it, but I haven't had anything formal yet. And we've got to get the extra Aussies in, because there's been a complete lack of interest in anything to do with sailing the 580s they're building in Australia, except for the MGR. So we're still looking at that round Australia option and a few other things. But if there's no takers, we'll just forget about it. And let everyone do their own thing. No pressure around the bay, around the world. Enough of that. See you later. Bye-bye.